Welcome to Wednesday's Serial. Sorry for not wrapping up this bit earlier, but I had things. I was busy. Sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna get to it now, so hope you enjoy. First up is Atomic Robo's new miniseries, Volume 4, and it is just awesome. If you haven't read Atomic Robo before, there's a reason they do them in these short volumes. It's because each one is a jumping on point. This one especially, Robo's interviewing some new people for assistance, and one of them's Bernard, and he's just kind of this total nerd guy, but just a great line that really kind of gets at the heart of why I love the series so much is he asks Robo, "Why are you in a volcano?" His response was, "Action geology." Awesome. This comic's just fun to read, great sci-fi, well constructed, and the art does such a great job of doing what it needs to do in a comic. And there's no better first issue that I've read in months. Next is Cowboy Ninja Viking number 4, and if I remember right, this was initially supposed to be the last issue, but it got moved on to an ongoing, which is great for the series. But I'm done with it, honestly, because every month I read it, I pick it up and I wonder where I left off, what really happened the last issue, and I realized I've had a really hard time following this story, just partly because of the way the art presents it. I mean, it's an interesting idea of having this character having different aspects, and then you have other characters with three character combinations within them. They're all drawn similarly, but different depending what aspect they're holding at the time. And because of that, and the fact that the art is monochromatic, it changes to a different color each issue, but there's only one other color than black and white that they use. And it just, the combination of all this makes it incredibly hard to follow, especially for something that's a fairly involved story. And it's hard to say, I mean, this book's great, it's well written, but the art's throwing me off despite being so well done, and it's just hard to pick up month to month, so I'm dropping it. But if you're really interested in a book that you have to pore over and look over time after time again to really dig into it, this is definitely a great book. If you're an art student, I imagine you'd love it. Then Irredeemable Lovin, this was the best book yet. It had some great characterization. I could actually really get behind this one. And I just, it's hard to talk about it without ruining the little twists, so I'm just going to let that lie. Then next is Joe the Barbarian 2, and for those of you that read the first issue, that was only a buck, but very art heavy, not a lot going on plot wise. And question picking up the second one, I had the same reservations, but I heard from a lot of people that it was really good and really picked up, and it did. I mean, it really is kind of what's on the cover. It's Joe, this kid, and him dealing with this imaginary world that he's a part of, which is a story that's been done before, but this is definitely Grant Morrison's way of doing it, so it's more elevated, more interesting, and definitely worth checking out. And Sean Murphy, who's doing the art, is just stunning. I mean, honestly, it's hard to think of another book on the shelves that's really doing storytelling with the art on this level. It's definitely a great mini, and if you're waiting for the trade, that's definitely a valid thought too. Then last and least is Wildcats 20. This is honestly a perfect example of what comic books get ripped for being by a lot of people who don't really understand what a superhero genre is about, and it really is just a slugfest with some decent art and some lines thrown in. It's nothing's going on. I honestly can't recommend this book, which is really sad because I've been catching up on Wildcats recently, and it's been it was great all the way up till this. Anywho, that's it for this video. I tried to keep the reviews a little shorter. Let me know if you like that or not, or if you like a little more in depth. I don't know, sometimes if you're like, and blah blah blah, this is my opinion. Who cares? Hopefully you. But yeah, let me know. And also I'm trying to expand to maybe doing some different videos, talk about topics more than just reviews. If you guys have any interests in what sort of topics, let me know. And I don't know, just definitely appreciate any viewers I have, so thank you so much for keeping to tuning in.